Welcome. This is the Life Motivation. Hi, I'm Thomas Warden. These are entrepreneurs from across the world that come in here each day. And each day that we come in here, we're bringing love and gratitude and our grind to the table. Why are we getting up to grind? Because it is something that we want to do within our life. We've got so complacent throughout life to be able to just sleep in on Saturdays and Sundays and then waste half the day and wonder where the weekend went, wonder why we didn't get anything accomplished for what we truly wanted. As entrepreneurs, we have figured out that Saturday and Sunday is just another day that we need to get up and we need to hustle and move towards the goals and accomplishments that we want within our life. If you say you're going to the gym and you need to get up, then get up and go to the gym. If you're going to start running around the block or going to the track and running, then get up and go. Don't wait till the middle of the day and say, oh, it's too late now. And then now you have laxed on what you said you were going to do for you. Now you laxed on the goal that you set for you. And now guess what? You're back in the same routine of where you were before of not truly accomplishing anything for your life. We want everyone to understand that yes, it is a process. Yes, it is something that you have to work on daily. With a positive mindset, it's something that I have to work on daily. With the good works that I do for myself every day with my physical body, eating good, doing physical activities. Those are things that I have to do for myself every day. It's not going to just come through a door. I can't order it online. I can't say, hey, I want a better body. Hey, click, 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 bring me a better body. I can't have something like that come in the mail. This is the physical temple that we have to work on every day. And this also up here is something that we have to work on every day. Making sure that we are not letting the mind control us and let us do procrastination stuff or fear everything that's out there in the world or have that self-doubt at every turn of the table. Because we have to control that self-doubt. We have to control that fear. Do we need it to keep that, half-ass balance in life? Yes. But yet understand you're the one that is in control of it because we are the one that can wire the positive energy into it and know that we can write on a piece of paper of what we don't want in life and what we do want in life. And then start focusing on what we do want and quit dwelling on what we don't want. Because there's a situation that may come up of, I don't like this person. Cool. Then, you've wrote a few different things about, the way they speak, the way they act, the way they're presenting themselves in the life or their business, things like that. Then you go over here to the positive side and it's like, I can't control their life. That's a positive note. They have to deal with their own stuff. They have to deal with their own stuff. Write that down. They're going to have to deal with their own issues. They're going to have to, be the one that's going to be judged in the afterlife, not me. So I can't. So those are positive things that you can look at this person that you dislike and be like, hey, you know what? There's more positive aspects that I know that I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I can move on with my life with everything that I'm doing, because there's many things that we write down in our goal list that we're trying to accomplish. You're not going to get everything done today, but yet getting up and knocking out the top 3 priorities that you have on your list. My priority today is to get up and go to the gym. Well, guess what? I don't go to the gym. I built a gym at my house because I'm not a big person and I don't like to go watch those big muscle bound guys over there screaming and hollering, push it, and all that stuff. I get in here and I have learned if I want to do 50 push-ups throughout the day, and if I want to split them up throughout the day, guess what? I can accomplish 50 push-ups that day. All because I don't have to do them all at once. I learned how to break it up throughout the day and I can do them at different times. And that keeps my body toned. Eating healthy was another part. So we are eating a good breakfast this morning. Taking care of this meeting is on my goal list this morning and get it recorded and get it put out. And then after that, what do we have planned? We're going to enjoy the weekend. We have my sons are coming in town and we're going to go canoeing and barbecuing this evening and spending our day, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. It is Father's Day. And I will be in here doing this life motivation tomorrow, just like I did on Christmas, just like I did on Thanksgiving, just like I've done on every other day of that calendar. Why? Because this is a dedication that I put to my business a long time ago. To be able to say, I will get in here and be able to host these meetings every day, 365 days, because I am making sure that my team and the community that is benefiting from this, just as long as I am as well myself, we're benefiting from this because we know if we get up and we grind and we hustle within ourselves early in the morning, then the rest of the day will flow in a little bit better because we're giving better intentions and better guidance to what we're wanting to do within our life. But we have still not forgotten how to enjoy the little moments, because those little moments that we enjoy with our family, our friends, are doing what we want to do within life, then we will see those are the bigger moments in our later life, because when you get to a point within your life that I truly had to go back and I looked at my entire life when I was down my lowest point within life. And I started seeing what I was doing and what I wasn't doing correctly for me, what I wasn't doing for my health. That's why I was down with my health in 2012. That's why I went down within depression. That's why I went into my dark stage and my deepest moments of life, is because I wasn't truly taking care of me. I didn't have that true balance on my life wheel. I was worried and focused on one thing when I truly wasn't getting everything else in alignment. I wasn't working on my health. So my health went down. I was focused on my career, my relationship side, between my family and my love, that I had within my life. It wasn't working because I wouldn't put good focus to it. I wouldn't put that correct balance to it. I was more in alignment for that monetary funds thing so I could have the material things that I wanted within my life. And then when I figured out that I can have all the things that I want within my life and have a better balance within it because I give a better thought process to it. I didn't have goals within my life. I was living just out there and just having fun and enjoying everything that I was doing, but yet I was truly going nowhere. I was like a dog chasing my tail in circles and circles because I didn't have those goals. So I get a job, lose a job, get a job, lose a job, get a job, lose a job, because that's what happens when you work construction. You're going to work yourself out of a job because you're going to start building it. And then once it's complete and up and operational, guess what? The contractors are gone. And then the people that operate the plant come in. I was just a contractor. So many people may understand how that can all work for you. Yes. But yet, if you're not putting your money in the right places, if you're not investing within putting your money in investments and not in just material things to have fun. Yes, the boats were fun. Yes, the hot rods were fun. Yes, the motorcycles were fun. But yet, if you can't go pay for those outright and not have that bill sitting over your head, then don't go get it yet. Make sure that you work yourself with your money and your financials, and then you have money set aside and you're okay. Then if you have the extra money to be able to go play with material things, then go and do that. But until then, get yourself within alignment and know that it's a daily dedication every single day to get up and grind for you. If you've got an extra side business, don't just do it Monday through Friday, because I have found more people that are off on the weekends that want to talk about my business, my organization, of how they can do it. I find that more on the weekend than I do during the week sometimes. Why? Because everybody else is at work. Everybody else comes home. They have children to take care of, dance, soccer, baseball, things like that they have to deal with. Or they just come in and sit on the couch with remote control because a sitcom comes in and they really aren't looking at the bigger picture of life. They think, okay, I've got a job. I work here for 30, 40 years, then I retire. Then I'll have the money to be able to just do what I want to do. Some of those processes are being switched around a little bit. As entrepreneurs, we're opening up and starting to live our life at a younger age. Being able to retire, in my 40s is something that most people just wish that they could do. To be able to live my life wherever I want to, when I want to, all because I have set up something that is bringing in residual income. That wasn't something that I was taught in school and or when I got out. It was work, pay taxes, and die. That is the way I was taught through all the people that I have been in within my life. But once I started surrounding myself with people that showed me a bigger picture of how to invest my money, how to make residual income, and how to truly have that true freedom within life, the financial freedom, the health freedom, and then that all brought a good harmony and a balance to where I was able to understand the processes that they were telling me of what I needed to do to move my life. And now we come in here each day to motivate others, to be able to bring inspiration, to let you know, keep moving towards that what you want. It may not happen tomorrow on that now moment like we want it, but if you stay diligent and dedicated, it will happen because you've put your effort to it, and you can go to sleep every night with a self-accomplishment of everything that you've done. We've got a team member in here the other day that we was talking in one of our groups that we have a 90-day challenge. And then she got out there and she cleaned out her garage. And then she did go live afterwards and talked about how the motivation of getting up and doing something more for her and getting something that she had been putting aside for so long and then now got it organized made her feel so much better. A self-accomplishment within her and what she was doing. So that right there is what we're wanting for everyone. is to go and do those things that you have been putting on the back burner. Go and visit those people that you have had on your mind for a little while. Go visit with them. Go sit down, have a cup of coffee or tea with them. See how their life is going. Because if you're thinking about them, pick up the phone, go visit them, do something of that nature as well. Because that giving back could shift their entire life. Giving good words and inspirations on a day-to-day basis is something that we want everyone to start giving back, because we are all here to co-create within this world. We're all here to be able to bring our creativity to that next level and not just have it in our head and not let it go to the grave sites. Because some of the things that we have all experienced within our life, the creativity that we have within it could shift your life if you actually took action on it. And it could also shift people around you and maybe other people that are going through that same situation, but they didn't have that idea. So that one idea that you may have, like we have had right here with this online educational platform that we have built, with this life motivation that we're doing, with these one ideas that we had to build these groups. Jen built that 90-day challenge, Get Your Ducks in a Row group. That group right there is just for people to come in that you have a goal that you want to, hold for yourself. And we're just going to be your cheerleaders. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to want you to let us know how it's going. Are you staying diligent every day with it? So what's happening within your life as you're doing it and it's unfolding? We do those things because we see what it can do for other people. We see the messages that we get back, the emails that we get from clients and customers all the time saying, thank you for holding us accountable. Thank you for opening up these groups. Thank you for offering these new opportunities to us. Thank you. We didn't have that understanding or that mindset of frequencies before. We didn't understand that we had the intentions within us all this time, but yet we weren't understanding them on how to do them, how to set goals for myself, how to start writing them down, how to start doing affirmations like Shannon does and writing them down from our heart every day and giving those messages to us, and you starting to learn to do that for you. So do you start to see the learning that you're getting within here, the value that you're getting back from me and the people within inside this organization and this group that we're dealing with every day? We're doing this because we're inspirers of others. We motivate people to do their best, become their best, and to be everything that you want to be within life. Everything that you see within inside that mirror every day. That person that you see within inside that mirror that you're telling, I love you. You are awesome. How powerful you are. And I love the creations that you're bringing out within this world. Are you bringing that person outside as well? Because there's many times people get so pissed off at a conversation with someone, and then they'll go into the house in the bathroom, slam the door, and then they go in the mirror, and then they start talking like they're talking to that other person, like they should have done while they was in front of that person. Are you bringing out your opinions right then and there? Are you hiding your ideas and your creativities around everybody else because you think that they're going to think you're crazy with those outlandish ideas? Sometimes those outlandish ideas are what people need to hear. The truth is sometimes what people need to hear, because so many people are so opinionated, so critical, because they're not, how'd you put it? They haven't cleaned up their own house yet. So until people start cleaning up their own house, their judgments and their opinions of you and your ideas and the creativity that you have for you and where you're going with your life, they may not understand it, and that is okay. The voices that you hear from them with you're crazy, you shouldn't be doing that, why are you going to do all that online stuff, you don't know what's going on. Correct. They don't know what's going on, and you can let those voices go in one ear and out the other, just like your kids do to you sometimes. How many of you have kids that you talk to and it's kind of like talking to the wall? Yeah, because your voice goes in one ear and out the other, and they didn't want to hear a damn thing that you said. It's okay. You can let those voices of opinions that you don't want to listen to do the same thing. Start living your life for you. Start moving it in the direction that you want it to go, and let nothing stop you. Even your own fear and your self-doubt. Know that you can control that. And you can move yourself into the different realms and elevations that you want to go. You want to think in a higher frequency? Get up there. Think in that higher frequency. Those creativities that you have within your mind, start writing them down. The goals that you want to accomplish within your life, start writing them down. The affirmations that you need to give yourself of power words every morning, start writing those down. Start knocking off those high priority every day. Now you're giving yourself goals and intentions of everything that you need to do and accomplish. People you may need to see, places you may need to go. Go do it. Don't let nothing stop you. It may have been a long day at work. You may have had to grind out for, 8 to 10 hours at work, and it was hot, 100 something degrees outside. Go home, take a cool shower, clean up, get you a cool hydration in your body. I didn't say beverage. I said hydration, something that is going to give you the nourishment that inside your body. Get that true hydration within you, then go out and keep accomplishing that afternoon. If you needed to go out and mow that lawn when you got home, go and mow that lawn. That way you can enjoy tomorrow, that next day. That way, if you wanted to get up and go fishing, you don't have to worry about, man, my yard was knee deep. I really needed to mow it instead of go fishing. Hey, I mowed the yard with a flashlight. Why? Because I knew that next day I was getting up and going somewhere with someone. So if I had something I needed to do and I came home late because I didn't get home in a timely manner to do what I needed, hey, I got a flashlight out, Q-beam, headlight. I went and mowed my yard, 8 o'clock at night. Hey, I wasn't disturbing the peace because, high noise level is at 10 o'clock. So I knew I was good until 10 o'clock. So if you were that dedicated to make sure that you're getting things done, you will see your life evolve. You will see you evolve. You will see your thought processes evolve and the way that you treat yourself. And then before you know it, you will start seeing the way that you're treating other people. You're not putting them down anymore because you have gotten your house cleaned up and you have done what you needed to do first. Once you get you straightened, then you can go out into the other world and start teaching other people how they can get themselves into a better alignment. That's what that's all about. Awesome day to see everybody in here. It is an awesome morning. Really don't open it up all the time, but this weekend I'm going to open up the platforms. Anybody got anything in the message that they want to bring out that's going through this week that they want to talk about? Just raise your hand. I'll bring you out. Patty, you got your hand up? Go ahead, baby.
Morning, everyone. Morning, Thomas. I just wanted to sort of just tag along on what something that you said about the focus and staying true to your goals and to yourself, and just being that consistency, and that being around the toxic voices that are out there can sometimes be draining. But that's why a group like this in the morning, I find when because I'm not in here every day, as you know, but because it's right around the time I'm getting ready for work. But I find that when I am physically able to be here, as opposed to just watching a replay, that it just helps my motivation even that much more, because I'm in a group of people who are all going through the same things and trying to achieve, their own goals, but we're all kind of on the same path. And just, you're the sum of the 5 people you're closest to. So that whole concept is so true when you're in the motivation in the morning, because you're starting out your day with people who are on the same wavelength, and it just kind of helps carry you through the rest of your day, to stay on track for those, like you said, the goals that you're setting for that day. Even if you set, 3 things that you're definitely going to accomplish that day, make it a number that's, attainable, so that you do set yourself up for success. And coming in here and just hearing all the positivity and all the reasons why, all the positive reasons why you should continue on your path, just really helps, I think anyway, for me, stay focused and stay on track. And the days that I'm not able to be in here, I'm still, fighting the good fight, but it's sometimes a little tougher because you are so surrounded by, someone like me who's still working an outside job. So you're just surrounded by people who are not thinking that way. They're in it for themselves. You're in meetings and you're listening to people, and somebody will make a comment, and then you can tell that people are only in their own head trying to come up with something better to say than the last person, or how can I be the one that comes up with the idea that everybody's going to think is great, but they're not fully engaged in what's going on around them because they're just kind of in it for themselves, right? So it's very refreshing. And again, I just want to say thank you for leading this, and Shannon, because you're in here every day. Um, Jen, who's just, our cheerleader and everything. And it's just thank you. So I just really appreciate an opportunity like this where, it doesn't cost me anything other than getting out of bed a little earlier than I should, but that's not a bad thing either. And, enjoying my morning coffee with people who are positive and happy. And, it's just a great start to the day. So everybody should do this.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being present for you. That's the biggest part, being present for you. And yes, we find in conversations that you have with people, if you notice you're having a conversation and talking about something, then you will see them kind of go off into a distance with their eyes right quick. And it's kind of like, what are they trying to do? They're trying to solve the conversation or give you how to fix what you were talking about. They're immediately going to try to fix your situation instead of just listening to it or what you've got going on. And it's crazy how human beings always want to fix everyone else's situations, and they haven't even fixed or even been or experienced anything of that yet in their life. But yet they know you should be doing this. Oh, well, that's going on. Well, you should do this. Really? Have you ever experienced that? No. Then how can you tell me how to fix myself or fix a situation if you have never experienced it, done through it, or been through it? That's the biggest point. So Miss Jen, we'll get to you in a second. Crystal, go ahead, Miss Jen, you had something.
Sorry. Oh. Okay. Couple months back when I started some personal counseling because I felt like I knew where I needed to be, but I just couldn't personally do it on my own. These morning groups have really opened up a lot of the questions and unsureness that I had with myself and, how I was approaching situations. And one thing that she did say is that you always try to help. You are a helper. And it's true. I've always, like my daughter, struggled through high school with a lot of anxiety and depression and trying to learn about that to accommodate in some areas or help her grow or push her a little bit further. But I always felt like it was a false sense of accomplishment within myself when I was trying to help everybody else, but not focusing on myself, because like we constantly said, if your cup isn't full, how do you actually help somebody else? Always got these good ideas. I remember saying to Shannon, she was struggling with her daughter, and I threw out something that people had thrown out at me before, and I never really put it into play. And I recommended something to her, and at the end of that meeting, I just sat back and I was like, okay, you really need to start doing what you're saying too, because you can't help anybody if you aren't helped yourself. So it's really, really important to stay true to yourself. And I keep telling myself that's like my big line. Like, change your water, change your life is a good slogan. Mine is stay true to yourself, because I say that to myself, and that's what whips my butt into gear. Because and honestly, it's funny, it all started with me telling myself that to wear a night guard, because I grind really bad and I get really bad jaw pain, which causes a lot of head and neck pain. And I said, Crystal, be true to yourself. Wear that dang night guard. You work in dental. You know what it's there for, and you know it'll help. And this is the same thing. Hopping on these morning talks and things like that, it's being true to yourself and being true to where you want to be and how you want to get there. And so again, that's what I told myself this morning when I woke up at 7:05, because last Saturday I said the same thing and I rolled over and went back to bed. And then I woke up a couple hours later and I was mad at myself. And so this Saturday I was like, you know what? I don't care if I was on the couch until wee hours in the morning. That was my fault and I knew better. So I'm being true to myself and waking up and jumping on board. So just wanted to share that.
Yes, thank you for that. It's those tips and tricks and those little things that we hear from y'all in here that help and assist others out there in the world as well. So, Miss Jen?
Yeah, sorry. There we go. I'm on different different platforms. I'm on my phone and I'm on the computer at the same time. All over the place. Yeah, I just wanted to actually springboard on what Patty said. Patty, it's good to see you in here when you show up. You're kind of like me, you make them and you don't make them all the time. But you can see just from the group, like, it's so important to show up because, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, perfect. It's so important to show up because as we see, just looking in this group in the room, like the people that do show up, a lot of people have been in here for a while. And, we get a lot out of the group. So, sorry, my phone's probably beeping. We get a lot out of the group too, right? So showing up for this is so, so critical. And the thing I notice when I'm talking to anyone who's just starting out the business, or people who, maybe presented this to their spouses or their wives or whatever the case might be, you are faced with all that negativity. Like I know, because I've done a lot of brain work and mental work over the last few months, and mindset is so key. We even talk about it in AI, right? Like mindset is so, so key. And it really is. Like, you can tell people who are reading, you can tell people who are showing up for motivation, you can tell people who are doing those little steps, because that is like one of the biggest parts of this business. And then you can also tell when people are getting negatively influenced in their life by their friends, their family, their coworker, whatever the case might be, right? So I always look at the morning motivation, and I've told Thomas this many, many days. Some days when I wake up and I'm having a bad mindset or bad ways of thinking or whatever the case might be, shifting right into this literally just restarts your day and puts you into that right mindset. So I know for a fact, Thomas, you've been doing this forever. Prior to you doing this, like for at least over a year and a half or whatever now, prior to you doing this, we used to have our meetings, right? We would have our meetings, we'd have our Zooms, and out of anything I do in the week, that is my favorite thing, is having the touch point with people and the relationship building with people. And what you're going to see along the journey is when you quit your job, yeah, it's exciting. Sure, it's exciting, right? When you quit your job, when you have your first $10,000 month, whatever the case, and whatever's important to you, right? You lose that 10 pounds, if you're gym people like me and you got to get that at a butt in shape, but to see other people accomplish their goals, to hear what other people are putting out in the groups, what they want to do for their goals, and seeing them do it, that is what's so much more exciting, like so much more exciting than anything. When I talk to Thomas and he tells me he's going presenting, he's going to be on stage in certain places, and he already has, right? He's met all these people over the world, all these influential people, and he tells me he's doing this, I get like excited for him, even though it's not my gig, it's not what I'm doing. So I would say take the community, use them all the time, show up, be here if you can, and if you can't, watch the replay, because it does put you in the right mindset. But you're going to see your tribe, the people that you love, the people that love you, we all stick together, and your tribe is going to grow as you grow. So yeah, get yourself out there. Just want to say that. It was a lot.
No, it's perfect. It was right on time. It's a message that needed to be heard. That's why, we offer that out to the table every once in a while for people to bring their messages out. And those that do step up and bring something up to the table for us all to be able to hear, it's messages that was needed. Because if it wasn't, then you wouldn't have spoken them. So, because everything that you speak and you bring out into your life, there's voices within inside of your head that you have went over that conversation already. You have already walked yourself through the play of the outcome of what's going to happen. And a lot of times, a lot of people will play the outcome onto the bad side of, well, that, this ain't going to work out for me because of this. Oh, well, I won't have that ability because of that. Oh, well, I don't have the knowledge of that. Well, you just played it over in your mind and kicked yourself in the foot or shot yourself in the foot before you even got started. So with this motivation that we talk about in here, when you have those thought processes, I want you to start thinking of the positive outcome of if you did go after that and accomplish that. If I go to the gym, but yet then when I played over my head, well, I don't like the gym because I don't like the smell. I don't like all the big buffy guys. I don't like somebody trying to push me and tell me that get that extra one, feel that burn, things like that. I didn't like those kind of conversations when I went, because I wasn't trying to get mass. So what did Carol and myself do? We built a little gym in our own house. So we kicked those ideas out of our head of saying that we can't, and we put something within our own house to where now we say, you don't have a freaking excuse. The gym's right there. Get off your butt. You want to go lose that weight? You want to get toned up? Then you got it right there. You can't say, well, because I had all kinds of excuses of why I didn't want to go to the gym. Now I don't have excuses. So do things like that. So where those excuses come up, then you can say, well, I don't have an excuse anymore. I need to get up there and do it. Go. Make those things happen within your life that you want, no matter what it is. John, I see you got your hand up, brother. Go ahead. Unmute, John. You hit the unmute button, buddy. There you
John
go.
in the house.
Yes, I'm in the house. What's up? So I just wanted to talk about the exercising because I got up this morning. I told you guys in the past I got RA. So just pedaling this bike around my neighborhood and pushing myself to do that every day helps my legs. It's been strengthening me, making me a better person. So if you don't dedicate yourself to get out there and just do it, like my t-shirt says, if you guys can see it, it says just do it. Just get up, just do it, and keep on moving. And I just wanted to share that because it made a difference in my legs. My legs are getting stronger. I feel better. And then I get to, after that, I get to, sit down, do whatever I want to do, and keep moving. But it's great. Thank you.
But not just that, John. The area that you're going to, the places that you're getting to see of the beauty around you, the people that you're meeting on the bike ride, the peace within yourself that you're getting while you're on
Yes.
rides. There's a lot more to it than just getting your physical legs in shape. So that clearness that you're having,
Yes.
those focuses on those, while you're riding, you're putting better intention.
Right.
Right, I'm riding this bike, but the whole time you're thinking of different things that is peaceful, that is loving, that I will get to accomplish once I finish this. Okay, I'm getting my bike ride today, done. All right, now I'll be able to go home and be able to accomplish something else as well, because you're already figuring it out
Right.
in your head of, okay, when I get home, I need to start the barbecue pit. I need to get it cleaned up and get it ready. I need to get the charcoal put in it. I need to get the lighter fluid in it. I need to get my steak seasoned up. Why? Because I'm going to cook a nice dinner this afternoon, so I have some good nourishment within my body. So you have walked yourself through the entire process before you even went back to do it, all through that peaceful time that you had while you was riding the bike.
Yep.
So there's so much more that we're bringing to y'all in here than just going bike riding and getting the physical exercises and doing those challenges and kicking yourself in the butt to make sure you hold yourself accountable, things like that. The peace that you're starting to find within your own life, the happiness that you're starting to bring back to you, the smile that you're starting to put on your face every day that was lacking for so long. Those little things like that you're feeling that self-accomplishment of something. You rode the bike, that's a self-accomplishment right there. Going to the gym this morning, that was a self-accomplishment for me this morning. Putting out some go lives this morning to hold, to tell everybody to go ahead and get your butt up. It is Saturday. Let's move. Let's get some things done. Don't waste the day. That was an accomplishment for me. We've got the truck loaded up and ready to go. We'll get done with here. We're going canoeing. I do that to say, now I've already got the meat ready for this afternoon. So when we get back, I'm ready for that barbecue. Why? Because we've already played this whole process of how today is going to unfold in our mind yesterday before we even came here to today. I know what I was going to do. I know what I'm going to accomplish. I know what my tomorrow holds. I know what my next 30 days is going to hold. Actually, I know what my next 2 or 3 years is going to be holding. So I think further in advance than a lot more people do. I put myself into a whole different realm and different direction of life than a lot of other people do, because I've gotten clarity within my mind to know where I'm going and what I'm doing within my life. Are you that dedicated to yours to know where you're going and what you want? Are you just living willy-nilly? We don't need to anymore. That's the fun part. Jen, I see you got your hand up. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, I just that sounds awesome, guys. I want to go canoeing too. Too bad I missed dinner last night. Maybe a little bit too long of a road trip. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to say really, really quick, John, good for you for getting into the gym or getting your exercise done. And one of the things I'm going to talk about actually on my Go Live, because what should you be doing before anything? You should be doing Go Lives, is talking about how to make your things that you got to do enjoyable. And I'm like Thomas, I'm like John and Shannon. I'm kind of in the same boat with like the gym. Like I look at this gym as like, I don't know what my blocker is with it, to be honest with you. I think it's just all these stories we tell ourselves. So one thing that I found is that find something that you enjoy doing. So instead of looking at like, oh, I got to go to the gym and burn this, calories and like do 5,000 push-ups and blah, blah. Instead of thinking that way, do the things that you like to do. So even if you're walking, even if you're like going for a walk every night and that is a start for you, do that. So instead of looking at everything that's like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you're going to be nervous about doing videos on Facebook. Yeah, you're going to be apprehensive about going to the gym if you've never gone before. Yeah, you're going to be apprehensive about whatever the case might be if you've never done it before. So start small, really small. Give yourself credit for when you do that and do the things that you enjoy to do. If you like swimming, swimming is a great exercise. Go swimming instead of going to the gym and killing yourself over something you don't like to do. At the end of the day, we do the things we want to do. Always. We'll always do the stuff that we want to do, and the stuff we don't want to do or we should be doing, we put on the back burner, right? So if you got to do something and it's pressing you, that's an indicator to do it. And do the small little things each day, just like John's doing, just like Thomas, just like Shannon. Shannon's, when she's into health regime, she's got her shit together, right? So just do those little things that are going to give you the bigger results at the end. But you got to start somewhere.
Starting somewhere. And Miss Kim, I'm looking over in her chat section over here in our chat. Miss Kim walks 3 to 4 miles daily. That's awesome, And that has been, something that she just didn't do today. I'm sure she worked up to those 3 or 4 miles. But what did she do? She had to start. She had to get up there and go somewhere, whether she only did 1 lap that day, or half a mile. But she started. And then now she has stayed diligent and does it daily. And now does 3 to 4 miles. That is freaking awesome. That is what we're talking about. Staying diligent and dedicated to everything that you're doing every day, even with the
She's smart.
Yes.
Not only that, I bet she eats really healthy, drinks good water, and takes care of her body and treats it like a temple. I just have a feeling about Kim that way.
That's it. We have to, guys, because we've been putting unhealthy stuff into our life for so long, and now we're starting to see the effects of those that what was doing. And now we know that we can put ourselves into a better alignment with our food, our health, our mental side, and it all starts to work into a better balance. So guys, it has been an awesome morning. We've been pushing this morning for, a little over 40 minutes. So we're going to wrap this baby up with Miss Shannon. I want to thank everybody that has come in and given a message and is speaking this morning, because that is the power of what we have right here, our voices. And your words and your stories, that they mean a lot, because they also help other people to get themselves in alignment and ready to roll. So go ahead, Miss Shannon. Throw some affirmations.
Morning, everybody. I choose to be unstoppable. I am bigger than my concerns and worries. The strength of others inspire me daily. I focus on my goal. I trust my intuition and live a courageous life. Life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful.
Doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful, but it's wonderful in your head, and it's perfectly wonderful as long as you are happy and satisfied with everything that you're doing today, everything that you truly accomplished today that you wanted to go for. Remember, you won't get them all done. You won't get them all accomplished. But yet, as long as you had fun in the unfolding of those that you went after today, you had a smile on your face, a kick in your step, positive energy, and then you accomplish that goal, give yourself an attaboy, pat on the back, go buy an ice cream cone, box of cookies, whatever you want. Go and have fun with it. I love and appreciate you all, guys. Y'all have an awesome day.